Hi, welcome to Whisky Riffs. My name's Kevin, and this is a channel dedicated to reviewing and tasting whiskeys and listening to some guitar. I may also talk about guitar equipment if that sounds like something that people are enjoying as well. But right now, my focus is going to be on the whiskey and just playing some riffs to fill in some moments. Now, why guitars and whiskey? Well, those are my two favorite hobbies right now. Certainly, getting better at guitar has been a struggle. Getting better at whiskey is much easier. And in fact, as I'm going through these various videos, if you want to drink along with me, the more whiskey you consume, the better my guitar will sound. Now, today, we're going to start off with a whiskey that's one of my favorites. I like all kinds of whiskeys. I'm a fan of scotches, bourbons, Japanese whiskeys, Irish whiskeys, all of them. I really enjoy the variety. I enjoy the different flavors. I enjoy the different regions and what they've done to create each individual whiskey. But this is Ardbeg. Now, Ardbeg is an Islay whiskey. Islay is an island off of Scotland, and they do a marvelous job of making smoky, peaty whiskeys there. And this is definitely one of the best that I found, mainly because it gives you the peat and the smoke and the brine of an Islay whiskey, but it's finished in sherry casks, so you get a nice sweet finish as well. Now, Ardbeg Uigeadail is at 54.2% alcohol by volume, which is pretty high. That's more of a cask strength level whiskey, so it can handle even a little bit of water if you want to dilute it. Now, Islay whiskeys are, if you haven't had them yet, they're probably not the first whiskey to go to. If you're going to start out drinking whiskey, usually a bourbon or a Highland Scotch or a pleasant Irish whiskey will be more introductory. I happened to be introduced to Islay whiskeys years ago. A friend of mine sent me a bottle of Laphroaig 10, which, if you know anything about peaty whiskeys, Laphroaig 10 is not the place anybody wants to start drinking whiskey. I was drinking bourbons and just very easy to drink whiskeys, and I get this bottle of Laphroaig 10 and I poured a glass and I was just blown away. It's like, what just happened to me? I felt like the whiskey basically abused me a little bit, came out, slapped my mouth, slapped my nose, beat me around a bit. I guess I liked it. I don't know. I might say something about me. So right away, I went from, hey, nice easy bourbons, to, wow, this is an intense, peaty Scotch whiskey. And I gotta say, I really have kind of fallen in love with this expression of whiskey, this type of treatment. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here now. If this glass looks funny to you, this is a Norland glass. This is a brand that makes glasses that are comfortable for me. They're not the cheapest glass you can buy, but I love the design and typical tasting glasses where you can nose the whiskey and get the flavors and the aromas are shaped in a way that's more of a tulip shape. So let me put this one down. This is a Glencairn glass, and this is the tulip shape. You don't want to heat up the whiskey normally when you're tasting. You don't want to change it at all. So you tend to hold this glass by the stem and keep your fingers off it, which is great when I'm doing whiskey tastings. But when I just want to sit back and enjoy a whiskey, I have my glass here that is double walled, same tulip shape basically in the design, but also keeps the heat of my hands off it. So you'll see me using this Norland glass. You'll also see me using Glencairn glasses, depending on which one's cleaner. I've done dishes lately. So let's dig into Uigeadail. The nose, right away there's a bit of sweetness to it because it's got that second casking. So the sherry gives it a softer note on the nose, but you definitely can tell that there's peat and smoke there. It's got a lovely aroma from someone who's used to that region of the world as far as whiskey. Yeah, it's a beautiful nose on this. In fact, when you're buying more expensive whiskeys, or you're buying whiskeys that are definitely there for the flavor, for the experience, the nose is part of it. So I can sit for 10 minutes sometimes with a whiskey and just enjoy the nose. It's worth it to try that. Now, the peat and the smoke, right away on the palate, they're going to hit you. And you're going to notice that, especially when it's a higher alcohol, a higher proof like this. So right away, I'm attacked a little bit by the peat and the smoke. And if you're not used to these kind of whiskeys, don't get scared off. Baby steps. I'll go through some other whiskeys in the upcoming videos that are probably better for beginners, but this is one of my favorites, so I just had to have my warm hug here for starting out videos. The finish, for me, there's a lot of barrel notes. You can tell the wood notes in there. Just a really lovely sipping whiskey. There's fruit flavors in here too, but they're dark fruits. Yeah, the second taste is better. The first taste gets you the alcohol. You get a little bit of that burn. And the second taste, there you get more of the fruits, you get more of the sherry. In fact, the finish right now is heavy on sherry. I can definitely feel that long finish. It's going to stay there with me. Yeah, this is just a beautiful whiskey. You'll see that the coloration is a little darker. Scotland in general has cooler temperatures, so it's not going to be the dark colors that you'll see in a lot of bourbons. And if they're natural colored, they'll be very light, especially for a Highland whiskey. This one is a little darker because it has that second casking, which is great. If you are at all into the smoky peaty whiskeys, I really would suggest that you investigate Ardbeg Uigeadail, or any of the Ardbeg line. It's one of my favorite whiskey distillers in the world. But this one is beautiful because of that multiple levels of flavors. Well, I hope this has been helpful. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it because I'm drinking whiskey. I hope you managed to pour yourself a glass at least. And I hope you poured yourself enough that the guitar playing sounded okay to you. I am looking for more than likes and subscribes. I'm looking for your feedback. Please, in the comments below, let me know what you liked. Did you enjoy the whiskey tasting? Do you want to hear more about one thing or another? What kind of whiskeys do you like? What do you want me to review? I have about 40 or 50 bottles of whiskey here. I don't have a problem, do I? No, I don't have problems. I have a lot of whiskey, so I can make this video to help you. It's really me helping you buy all this whiskey that I bought. But tell me what you want to hear. I have a large variety of whiskeys, and certainly am open to reviewing anything that I have, or if there's something you really want me to taste in a video and I don't have it, I guess I'll have to go buy some more whiskey. It'll be a hardship, but for you, for the people, I will do that. That's the kind of guy I am. So again, thank you for watching. I hope it's been enjoyable, and cheers. Enjoy.